This is the weekly news roundup on Tele24. The justice system is tightening its grip on black market fuel operators in Zere. 6 individuals prosecuted for fuel hoarding, illegal fuel sales, and complicity in the unlawful distribution of fuel were convicted on Monday, June 15, 2026, by the Zere Court of First Instance. The ruling comes amid recurring fuel shortages in the forest region's capital. A new partnership is set to strengthen Guinea's healthcare system. Japan has provided funding of more than $393,000 to improve maternal and newborn health care services while supporting efforts to combat gender-based violence through telemedicine and the digitalization of health services. The initiative is being implemented in collaboration with several Guinean government ministries and the UNFPA with support from the Embassy of Japan. As part of the celebration of the Day of the African Child, the regulatory authority for the gaming sector on the related activities in partnership with the National Mediator for Children's Rights donated a set of computer equipment to juvenile offenders detained at the Quarantine Central Prison. The handover ceremony was attended by officials from the regulatory authority, representatives of the Children's Rights Mediator, the National Directorate for Children and Families, as well as authorities from the prison administration, the judiciary, and the security services. The Special Prosecutor's Office of the Kiev has requested that the 5-year prison sentence handed down to the former Prime Minister for the alleged misappropriation of public funds be upheld. Responding to claims by the state judicial agent who is seeking 20 billion Guinea franc in damages, the defense argued that the case is riddled with contradictions and maintained that the funds were used in the public interest. The case centers on 15 billion Guinea francs initially allocated to the country's COVID-19 response. Prosecutors allege that the former Prime Minister ordered the funds to be redirected for other purposes. Healthcare professionals in Guinea have announced plans to file notice of an indefinite nationwide strike beginning Friday, June 19, 2026. They accuse the government of failing to implement the special employment statute agreed upon in 2008. Union leaders say they have repeatedly sought dialogue with health authorities but have received no satisfactory response. On the Guinean labor law, a 10-day notice period will follow the filing of the strike notice before any work stoppage can take effect. If negotiations fail, the strike could disrupt operations across all public health care facilities nationwide. Afrobarometer is strengthening the capacity of French-speaking African journalists in the use of public opinion data. Over a 2-day training workshop, participants are being equipped with skills to analyze and interpret survey findings in order to produce more accurate evidence-based reporting. The initiative aims to combat misinformation and enhance the quality of public debate by promoting journalism grounded in reliable and verifiable data. Guinea is set to host the Challenge Fighting Championship for the first time on June 27, a prestigious mixed martial arts competition initiated by the Francis Ngannou Foundation and organized by sports events under the auspices of the Guinean Mixed Martial Arts Federation. Marking the event's first edition outside Cameroon, the championship promises a continental scale spectacle. The Chapitre by Issa will host the 12 high-intensity bouts featuring fighters from several African countries, all eager to represent their nations and test their limits inside the octagon. President Mamadi Doumbia has enacted an organic law establishing the composition, organization, and functioning of the National Commission for Civic Education and Human Rights, presented as a tool to promote citizenship and protect fundamental rights. The new institution has already sparked reactions from civil society groups and human rights organizations, while it raises hopes for improved civic awareness and rights protection. It also generates questions about its practical implementation, and stakeholders in the sector are now awaiting concrete actions and clear results. Guinean excellence has been celebrated on the continental stage. Earlier this week, Conakry was filled with excitement as BNB was honored at the prestigious Africa CEO Awards 2026. To mark this achievement, the company's management hosted a gala dinner, bringing together key figures from the business sector and public administration. The evening was both a celebration of success and an opportunity for reflection on future growth and prospects. A 22-year-old housekeeper is facing a possible 2-year prison sentence over allegations that she stole gold jewelry and $3,000 from the home of her employers. The accused, Fatoumata Bint Diallo, appeared before the Dixon Court first instance, where she strongly denied all charges. Detained at the Central Prison since October 2025, she maintains her innocence and rejects the allegations brought against her. The prosecution, however, argues that the evidence gathered during the investigation is insufficient to establish her involvement in the alleged theft and has called for her conviction. Finally, thousands of people across the Guinean territory, Guinea, began sitting for those Certificate of Elementary Education (CAA) examinations on Thursday, a key milestone that determines admission into the 7th grade. In Labe, the official launch of the examinations took place in a calm and organized environment, attended by education officials and local authorities. Speaking at the ceremony, the prefectural director of education encouraged candidates to remain focused and confident while outlining the key figures for this year's examination section. Authorities emphasize the importance of maintaining discipline, transparency, and strict compliance with examination regulations to ensure the credibility and smooth conduct of the process. Next on your program is the guest room. Stay tuned. This is your second part of the program. This is the second part of the program, sorry. And it's the guest room as usual. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Today we're going to discuss about how young people can transform their communities. Interesting topic indeed. And for the first time in this program, we have a lady today. And her name is Aisha Sanyo. Aisha Sanyo is a student of business administration at IMAT College here in Conakry. And she is passionate about leadership, education, and personal development. Aisha, yes. Welcome to our program.
I'm really happy to be here, and thank you.
And Aisha, you are the first lady in this program since we started.
Wow.
I'm honored. Because I was like, you know what, this is not fair. We're not getting ladies, only men coming up. So this time around, you're here. I'm so happy today that you're here.
I'm also happy because it's my first time doing shows, and it's also an opportunity for me.
Okay.
Because I'm on that ramp, so I'm happy.
Okay. So Aisha, could you please tell us more about you? Who is Aisha Sanyo herself?
Okay. Aisha Sanyo is a student, business administration student, who is passionate about education, leadership, and community development.
Okay.
And I'm currently preparing for my first World Younger Leaders Initiative, Mother United Nations, which we will be served as a delegate representing the United Kingdom as a Minister of Education. Yeah.
Wow, Minister of Education. So please tell us more about this, Aisha. about this initiative, Model United Nations Conference that you're trying to talk about here?
This conference is talk about education, public speaking, diplomacy, bringing young leaders together to talk about learning, development, innovations. Yeah, because it's a conference that is globally known. Because we all know when it comes to United Nations, it's worldwide.
Okay.
Yeah.
So today we're discussing about how young people can transform their communities. What does this topic tell you?
When it comes to how young people change their communities, first, what you learn in the classroom, the knowledge gained in the classroom is not only limited in the classroom.
Okay.
The impact is on the society where you find yourself. Because when you learn, you are well educated, how to prove that is engaging in the community activities.
Okay.
So what I can say there.
Okay. So what does community transformation exactly mean to you? Like transforming the community, learning inside the classroom, and then you come back and transform to the community. What does this really tell you?
When you learn in the classroom, as I said, the transformation begins with you. You know, one person can create an idea and have a greater impact on the community. When you are educated, you can transform your community by identifying a problem and also become part of the solution. It's only when you are educated you can find solution to your community problems.
Okay.
As a young people.
So do we need? Okay, you go on.
And
please.
also, like young people are not only the leaders of tomorrow. We are the great contributors of today.
Okay.
We need to be active, engaged in leadership, innovation to improve our community.
Okay. Aisha, why is it important for young girls to get involved in community development? I'm more concerned about the girls because I really want these girls to come up, you know.
Yes. You know, for past long, the girls like some opportunities because they always say girls have limited opportunities and this and that. In education, everywhere we find ourselves, I think girls should be the number one of everything.
Okay.
Because when a lady, you are educated, first of all, you have a greater impact. Your family, that proud, and the community, you will be as a mark. Like, people will be looking at you, wow, this young girl is really impressive. Like, you will be an exemplary. People would like to be more like you. So as a young educated person, especially a girl, like you will encourage many people, whether be it male or female, because people will be impressive. As a young educated person, going further, and most girls lack confidence in themselves.
Okay.
So yeah, they lack confidence in themselves. So when they see one person, one young girl achieving her goal, you know, we're going to give zip to others to say, oh, I should have arrived here. I can also be there. Yeah. I can also be there.
Okay. So, Aisha, coming back to this question, what support do you think young people need from governments, schools, and community leaders?
The support that young people need is to invest in education, opportunities, leadership, like giving training upon leadership, entrepreneurship, because that creates job facilities.
Okay.
It creates job facility. And also, they need to be mentored. Like many young people undergo strikes. It might be from family side or people, so they need like somebody to talk with, a confidence, like when they are down, who can lead them to the right path.
Okay. So what do you think the government should do now for these young people who want to contribute towards the community development?
Well, they have to invest more in education.
Is it only education? How about investing in vocational schools?
Yeah, in vocational school, I was coming there.
Okay.
Because, because when you talk about education in journals, it have branches. It have many. Like you go for vocation, you go for practical learnings and other stuff, you see. So the government have to look into education, because when you are educated, you gain knowledge, and that knowledge comes with critical thinking. And that critical thinking can serve the community. Because when you are really much educated and you think, you must sit in a community and analyze and create something. You know, a person by itself is just one person, but an idea can have a bigger change in the community.
Okay.
One just idea can change everything in the community.
Okay. So what skills do you think young people should learn in order to be able to transform their communities?
Well, as a young people, you need to believe in yourself and start where you are. You don't need to wait for bigger opportunities. Like to say, I have to arrive at this stage before I do this or before I go to this.
Okay.
You start where you are. Your potential in you have to speak, not your words.
Okay.
Sing for every opportunity that present itself. Like for me, like this is an opportunity for me. Like sharing ideas and talking about education.
Okay.
It's really inspiring. So that's what I can say.
Aisha, what are your future goals when it comes to education?
My goals when it comes to education, like I would say, education helps a lot. So, like my future, I'm educated. Like this is my final year.
Okay.
And I will invest in agriculture, female health, menstrual kits, the hygiene, and also in cinema, because cinemas is the media. It impact a lot on the society. Okay. Many people may not have the time to sit on the TV and watch the news, maybe with social media or those entertainment programs. You know, youth, they rush in those stuff. So to good.
Okay, so Aisha, I just want to ask you this question again. I've been asking a lot of questions, right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
So, if there is anything that you could change in your community, what will that be?
If there's anything I can change in my community, actually, I'm learning, and the change I can bring to my community is continuously educating myself, involving in programs, and thinking for every opportunity that I see like this, and sharing ideas to my friends, and encouraging